Lisa Macy.
Good morning, everyone. Today we have our school board candidates, and we'll start and give them each 1 minute introduction, since we have many of them. 1 minute to introduce themselves, and when you introduce yourself, if you could please stand, and then we're going to ask questions, and we'll have 1 minute each to respond to the questions. And Mr. Jones, will you let us do a minute and a half? Okay, minute and a half.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Chuck Shaw. I'm candidate for school board in District 2, and that is Lake Road to North Lake Boulevard, 441 and I-95. I have been with the Palm Beach County School District in various positions for the last 35 years. I retired. I have been a teacher, an assistant principal, a principal, an area superintendent, a department head, and the director of governmental relations for the district. I am running for the school board because of my commitment and compassion to seeing our school district move forward. I have the experience of working on a daily basis with teachers as currently as principal of a charter school. That right now I deal with FCAT on a regular basis. We know the issues with FCAT. I know the challenges that our families face in dealing with the economic times and all of the issues that families have. And by that experience and the 18 years I spent on the City Council of Green Acres, I've had the experience of both spending the tax dollars and approving it, but also the administrative side of governance. So it's a pleasure for me to be able to do this, for my commitment to give. Say, I like the ovation on that. Perfect timing. That's about as good as it gets. Yeah. So, and with that, I think I'll stop.
What are the two biggest problems facing the Palm Beach County school system?
I'll wait for the music again. That was exciting. So, Chuck Shaw, District 2. The thing is, I think we all have essentially the same message. I want to share two thoughts on issues. One of them is the whole issue of teachers and support for teachers. It should be that in the area of governance related to the district and the taxpayer and the teachers, that every decision that's made by the school board needs to be based upon whether or not it's beneficial in the classroom and the support for teachers. Our role as school board members should be to provide the resources in the classroom for teachers to be able to do their job with as much flexibility as possible. We need to help teachers get through the issues of FCAT until we get it to go away. We need to advocate at the state level and at the national level, work with the League of Cities, with the County Commission, with our legislative delegation, with CTA, with PBA, with all of the different stakeholders to have one voice on how we approach our problems. If we deal with governance and we deal with support for teachers to make their lives successful and give them the support and the training and the resources, then we can use that as the basis for how we address our problems in our school district.
Education in grades kindergarten to 12th. Should it continue to be opt-out?
I do agree with opt-out. I want to share with you very briefly an experience. This goes back many years when I was an area superintendent. There was an item going to the school board at the time to deal with what Mr. Graham just said about full-service schools. In my area, we were asked to work with the health department and some high schools on establishing a full-service center for students, particularly focusing on students who were teen parents. And one of the issues that I had faced was a reluctance on the part of a particular school board member there that for many reasons was not going to support it. I met with the superintendent at the time, went to see this board member, explained to her what the position. I said, we're recommending this to the board. I would appreciate it if you would do two things. One, don't rally the troops to come to the board meeting to fight this, and just give consideration that the decision is based upon the needs of a community. The result was that she didn't vote for it, but the board voted for that and established one of the most successful programs.
Local high school has a women's study program. What, if anything, would you do to encourage programs like it in any other schools?
I think that for me, the easy part of the answer is that if we're going to grow as a community, we have got to offer students as many opportunities as possible for us to encourage their growth and support them. And I would definitely like to see us continue that as an elective. I think it's a course that is available in the schools, a decision that would need to be made at that school, and something that I certainly would support.
How would you promote diversity and tolerance of GLBT students in the school system?
Thank you. As a middle school and an elementary principal, I deal with some parents on a daily basis as we go through trying to meet their needs of their children. As a middle school principal, we established at my middle school a group of teachers, staff members, and some parents who worked aggressively with students to deal with all of their issues. It was something that was very important to us. It was something that we worked through with a tremendous amount of sensitivity, and we also worked with families who had issues that they would like to have support on. So my commitment is evident through the years of experience that I've had, where I work directly with those families and those students to give them the support that they need.
For our last question, we want to thank all the candidates today for coming and for participating on behalf of the National Organization for Women. And we're very fortunate in Palm Beach County to have such a quality and volume of candidates to choose from. So I'm going to start the last question with Mr. Shaw. As your closing statement, please tell us why you want to be on the school board. They all have 1 minute.
I walk the walk and have for my entire professional career. The issues we talked about today are the kinds of things that I deal with on a regular basis, day by day, with the families that I work with, within the community, with the teachers that I work with our support staff, and within the community on a regular basis. The Palm Beach Post today gave me an endorsement that the last line said that I would make a good board member, and it would be a good board member from day one. My experience and my absolute commitment to see this school district move forward is the only reason I'm running for this position. The most difficult part of it for me, if I get elected to the school board, is to be in a position where I'm not in the school as an active, as an employee of the school, but the good part is that I leave right from that kind of a position to be available to every school in the county and everybody who's in this community to work and support them.
All our candidates, and best of luck with your campaigns. Let's give them all a final.